Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to start off talking about a guy named Dan Glenn. If you are the alumni of a certain institute of higher education, well, you probably already know this story, but most people don't. Glenn was a Navy pilot. He was shot down in 1966 over Vietnam. He was captured by the Vietnamese and was in prison camps until 1973. 6 years. He was at the Hanoi Hilton. He's been to room 18. If you're not familiar with these institutions, picture the worst thing you can imagine. It's worse than that. These were very, very rough places. You know what he did when he was there? He built a cabin. Not physically, he built it in his mind. If he could find some paper, he'd use ashes and rice water to sketch it out. He'd destroy it immediately because that's the type of thing that could get you tortured. He'd help other prisoners design cabins of their own. Picture it every day, brick by brick, plank by plank, figuring out where it was going to go, the big open floor plan, the loft upstairs. When he got back to the United States, he built it. Oklahoma. It's in Oklahoma, up in the woods. This story has saved lives. It has certainly preserved people's sanity. I'm hoping that it can save more. This story is taught at Sere. If you go to the physical installation, you go to the actual school, you'll hear this. Sere is survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. It's the school that the U.S. military sends its tough guys to, guys that have a high probability of being captured. If you go to this school, you are a certified tough guy. All right? Now, the reason I'm starting off with this is because our views of masculinity in this country may lead some people to dismiss what I'm about to say. But understand, the toughest people in the U.S. military are taught coping skills at one of the toughest schools in the military. It's what can keep them alive. Now, what he did, building that house in his mind, that is an emotion-based coping skill. It's imagination, flights of fantasy. Another version or another way that falls into the emotion-based is venting or blaming. Not all coping skills are good. There's also problem-based, and that's where you work harder. You learn from your mistakes. You ask for help, that type of thing. There's as many different coping mechanisms as there are people. Some are good, some are bad. There are a lot of coping strategies, and they mainly revolve around maintaining a positive outlook in some way. Preventing yourself from overreacting to situations. Taking a hard look at what just happened at this event. Is it really that bad? Is it really that horrible? You have to look at it objectively. Are you in the Hanoi Hilton? Probably not. Talking about the problems, accepting yourself, your failures, accepting others, accepting the way the world is and that it isn't always fair. Having a positive social support network. Positive being the key word there. If you're dealing with grief and you start shooting up around your friends who are also doing the same thing, that's probably not a positive social support network. Positive is a big part of that. Learning from your mistakes so you don't repeat them, and understanding that they happen, accepting that. recognizing your successes. Taking a moment and saying, ha, I did that. Helps you build some confidence. Gives you a win every once in a while. Learning a little bit and developing some self-control and self-discipline. These are all good coping strategies. And then maintenance. Maintaining yourself. And what I do, we look at the most horrible things imaginable every day. It's our job. And, one of my colleagues, she does yoga constantly. Maintenance. Some people meditate. Some people have a weekly poker game. Some people make videos for the internet. It's a way to vent. The reason I'm saying all of this is because there is now that confirmed pattern. Early childhood trauma. And then a lack of coping skills. And then somewhere there's that incident. It's not normally a big thing. You lose your job. Girl rejects you. And that's the catalyst. Because you can't cope with it. You don't have these strategies. So you go down that road. Everything takes over. That overreaction comes. And then people die. That's the pattern of these mass shooters. Now, everybody saying, well, we need solutions. This is the solution. This is the solution. Yeah, it's not sexy. It's nowhere near as cool as calling for legislation. But this is the solution. All the other stuff. It's addressing the means. It's addressing the means. Well, we can limit their access to this. There's always going to be a way around it. Completely eliminate guns? Fine, bombs. There's always going to be something else. This eliminates the motive. And if there is no motive, it doesn't matter. The means can be anywhere because there's no desire. This is the solution. It's not a talking point because you can't make money off of it. The information is out there freely. Google it, please. Everybody, today, learn a little bit about it. Good ideas normally don't require force. They require just education. Just a thought. Anyway, y'all have a good day.